I've been hidden in the shadows for a while now, and I guess right now I'm just ready. I'm ready to be out there. I'm ready to expose myself more to the world and what I got to offer in the music community, in the hip hop community in general. As far as being in the shadows, I'm just like, I've been cocooned within myself and within my like posse, within my group, within my friends, within everybody. And I've slowly expanded year after year. At this point, I'm ready to just take it to the next level. And I hope everybody's ready to listen to what I got to say. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nyne, N-Y-N-E, and you are watching Creators by my boy California Capone. Let's get it. I was born in New York, and I was raised just outside of New York in Stamford, Connecticut. It was about 35-40 minutes away from the city of Manhattan. So it's kind of like a weekend thing to always head out to New York whenever, whenever we had nothing else to do. I would always also go every weekend to Long Beach, Long Island, where my grandmother lived, and we'd spend like the weekend there. Every single weekend. That was just like kind of like the norm. From there, when I was about 9-10 years old, I moved down to like the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, and I've been there ever since until now, where I live in Florida. But when I was 10, I moved to Dallas, Mansfield, Texas, Arlington, Texas, about 20 minutes away from the AT&T Stadium, and yeah, until I graduated high school. I first started making music like a long time. I think it was like in middle school. First song I ever made was to this B.O.B., the Airplanes instrumental. My cousin and I were just like rapping one day in his house, and he was kind of writing lyrics a little bit too at that point. I never really thought about it. I listened to rap a lot, but we just started kind of writing and kind of, fucking around a little bit. Writing here and there. I don't even know what I wrote about, honestly, but when I delivered it, people that have listened to it told me that the lyrics and the content was there. Obviously the flow was a little bit broke, but the content was there. So I kind of started like, dabbling with it a little bit more as the time progressed. And I really kicked it off in 2012. Junior year of high school is when I started experimenting more on some like Drake kind of stuff. Whenever he was on like his So Far Gone experiment, that's when I started getting the influence from. And so I kicked off from there, kind of took a minor hiatus, and then just between years of like 2015, dropped a couple things. And then after that, this last year and a half is where I really started like putting out more content, being more confident, showing people my stuff, because back then I didn't want to show anybody. All I ever showed was my cousin. I wasn't really confident with what I had. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I know what I can produce at this point. So I just like showing people and seeing what they think about it and giving me feedback here and there, whether it's good or bad. So when I first started, like I said, I definitely was on the, influence of Drake, but like more of like the back in the day Drake. I'm not saying anything about Drake nowadays, but I'm just saying back in the day when he was on that So Far Gone stuff, I really took inspiration from the likes of him, Mac Miller, Big Sean, J. Cole, all those rappers that were kind of up and coming around that same time period in my junior year of high school. So I really took inspiration from. Nowadays, I don't really know who inspired. I would just say like I try to, I'm not a good singer by any means, but I would say as far as like the vibe of the music and the way that music sounds, I'm trying to like, I got a little inspiration from like, people like Tory Lanez, Trippie Redd, all that kind of stuff. But it's just changed throughout the years of who actually inspired me. But from the beginnings, it was, Drake, Mac Miller, J. Cole, Big Sean, and Kendrick Lamar. I'm more like just like on the smoother side, just smooth, chill, something laid back that you can just like vibe to. I like having different types of like rap in my inventory, but mainly just smooth songs. whenever I do, I want to be able to be that guy that can just drop smooth shit and something you can just chill and relax to. But when I need to, I can like also, you know, come with the heat. And that's what I always want to be able to like fall back on that, because that's how I started. I started with my more boom bap music and just, you know, I focused too much on the lyrics. I was all about the lyrics. You know, I'd always talk shit about, oh man, did you hear these lyrics? People be like, this guy sounds good. This guy sounds good. But I'm like, did you hear his lyrics though? But then I just started actually paying attention to the sound of the music, that it sounds good. It's not necessarily just the lyrics, but it sounds good. And that's what people are tuning into. They're tuning into what sounds good, because not everybody wants to hear a sermon all the time, you know? So that's what I've been experimenting with. So I'm more on the smooth stuff, smooth, chill, but things that you can vibe with. I guess one of my favorite songs that I'd say I've worked on so far, one of my songs that I got out for my album right now, it's called Baller.
Yeah, I've been in and out of consciousness. All that liquor in my fridge, gotta be cautious with it. Oh man, that shit is dangerous. White girl on the table like it was angel dust, and we just staring mesmerized like it was made for us. But when I signed my life away, the temptations I gave them up. So girl,
I think the reason I like that song is because it was finally like a song that I was able to get that, what I was saying about like, how do I want to sound? How do I want the hook to be? How do I want the verse to be? It was finally like a complete version of what I've been trying to, or what I was just describing about, like, hey, how do I want this? How do I want that? I finally like got it. It was like the recipe, the secret formula. And I finally figured it out. I was like, so from there, it's like now that's like a stepping stone, and that's like the, you know, the frame of reference for when I move forward with my other music. I can bounce back to Baller and see what I did there, and see how I did that and how I approached it, because that one was just like, I don't even know how I wrote that song, but it just came to be. And the finished production with it by my producer Nyne, he really like attacked it. He really got into it, and just like the final production was what I wanted it to be. So I would say that's so far like been one of my favorite songs.
with courage, I've been looking for different methods to kill my liver.
So my new album, my very first album, is called I Am Nyne, and it's just as the name implies. It's just my way of introducing myself. It's just like the introductory, just like any other album that has that intro song to it. It's just one big intro song. It's pretty much what it is. So like every song could be called intro, because it's like legit what it is about. It's just me trying to like introduce myself to the world, be like, this is who I am. As the name implies, I am Nyne. This is what I'm trying to do. This is where I'm trying to go. There's nothing much about me that's like, you know, stunning or unique, you know, and that's what kind of is another challenge with me making music. And that's what I Am Nyne is about. It's just about me doing everyday things, or just about me, like my everyday life, and just kind of like elaborating on it and make it more vibrant to where people can vibe with it. And I'm not necessarily, you know, out there saying like the craziest stuff that has happened in my life. You know, I've been like an average guy most of my life, but other than that, that's what I'm trying to promote in that album. It's just, this is who I am, nothing crazy, but I hope y'all like enjoy it, and I hope you guys vibe with who I am. And you know, from there I can just, you know, move forward. The more things that happen, the more things that I experience, the more I can talk about it in music. Where I would want to be essentially, you know, in about 5 years, is hopefully the end game is to be an actual successful artist. And that doesn't mean, I don't even know if that means being mainstream or not, because I think if I just had a small cult following of people, of, you know, a couple 100,000 or something, you know, just a small group of people that, you know, you listen to me, you say, hey, do you know this guy Nyne? I don't really know him, but other people do. And there's I have enough to where I go to venues, I can, you know, do my thing, and I can still, you know, live my life and whatnot, and still pay the bills, do whatever I need to do. I don't need to be, you know, a superstar. But I think where I see myself is if I just have that lifestyle where I know I got fans, I know I got people to please, I know I got people that want to listen to my music, but I'm not all out there, you know, the biggest mainstream artist on the planet, because I mean, we gotta be logical at the same time. I think that would be something that I definitely would want to see myself in. And you know, I'm just hoping that that happens. I mean, if it doesn't, at the same time, I'm good where I'm at right now. But you know, it's just like, let's take the chance. Let's see where it goes from here. You know, let's not just, I don't want to just drop this and not try to go out there, because I feel like it would just be a waste of what potential. So definitely, I want to be able to say that I'm successful, and it doesn't have to be at the top success, the top tier. I just successful enough for me and my fans whenever, you know, I get that many amount of fans.